Right now, in 2021, I've recorded and uploaded over 120 videos to YouTube. And generally speaking, you'd think the video with 72,000 views would be by far my top earning video. However, you would be so wrong if that's what you're thinking. Right now, the best video that I've ever published only has 10,000 views and generates $160 per 1,000 views. What's going on, guys? My name is Tomic and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about my most profitable video of absolutely all time. Like I've already mentioned, it isn't the video that had 72,000 views. It isn't any of the videos in between. It is the video with only 10,000 views. Now, this is very strange and very odd, but we're going to break down these analytics and look into exactly why this video performed so much better than anything else I've put out on YouTube to date. Okay, so let me slide across a little bit and use this rear monitor as a projection. So at the moment, my average last 7 days is about $7.66 per 1,000 views. Now, from a YouTube point of view, that's actually pretty good. Most creators that I've looked at there are anywhere from $3 to $4 all the way up to about 10. So I'm definitely sitting at the high end of the spectrum. So let's start with the video with 72,000 views. You'd think 72,000 views would have made me a substantial amount of money. I gained about 400 subscribers over the period of time it has been up. It was published about the same time as the video that made me the most amount of money. So let's look at the analytics and the revenue on 72,000 views, keeping in mind that I average $7.66 per 1,000 views. If you want to do the maths quickly, this should equal about $552 Australian, give or take a little bit. Now, if I swing around and click on the revenue, you'll see that since published, I've only made $90.54 and it averages at $1.24 per 1,000 views. That is horrible. The 72,000 views for this video alone basically meant nothing, especially when you compare it to the 10,000 views, which I'm about to break down in just 2 seconds. Now, I don't know why, but this video is a complete outlier from all of my other videos. Keeping in mind, $7.66 is the average I get per 1,000 views. Let's take a look into what this top video is. So as we can see, this video has had about 10,000 views and it has generated over $1,000. You can quickly do the maths. That's about $100 per 1,000 views. And if we break it down to the last 7 days, it gets even scarier. In the last 7 days, this video alone is generating $160 per 1,000 views. Now, that is seriously significant compared to everything else. It's 160 times more than my most viewed video on YouTube in 2021. Now, let me explain why I personally think this video, Wix versus Squarespace versus Shopify, has done so well in comparison to every other video I've ever put out. We're no longer gonna need this screen, so I'll tap that off and slide back in the center. Like I already mentioned, the top video in views was the Surface laptop review, whilst the top video for revenue was Wix versus Squarespace versus Shopify. Both of these have two completely different target audiences, and as somebody who's been in the marketing game, who's been in advertising and obviously in e-commerce, I can understand why the Wix video has done so much better. So fundamentally speaking, YouTube targets people who are willing to click on their ads and willing to spend money. An e-commerce video is generated to basically encourage other people to spend money to create their own products or to buy other products. So already that target audience is ready to spend the money and ready to invest. Whilst a laptop review, well, people will look at those in the millions and millions of views. Look at MKBHD, for example, who is one of the biggest and best tech YouTubers out there right now in 2021. And he gets millions of views on every single video. However, I could almost guarantee that somebody in the e-commerce or the marketing space, let's take Graham Stephan, for example, because he has actually showcased how much he earns, or potentially even Andre Gic. He did a video just a couple months ago outlining how much he made on YouTube in 2020. Andre Gic, for example, made 1.6 million, I believe it is off the top of my head, USD in 2020, and he only has 1 million subscribers, whereas MKBHD has about 10 million or so, and I can probably almost guarantee it was a lot less than this $2 million mark. Now, why? It's because the target audience is already ready to spend the money. It's because they're looking to invest, so the YouTube algorithm is pumping those ads and they're charging a lot more for those ads. They know if you spend $5, you're probably gonna make $50. It's that niche target market of people who are already ready to spend. Now, I know that's a bit of a tongue twister, but for those that are ready to spend, you're definitely gonna get a lot more views and a lot more money on the video that is targeted at the people already doing that. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why, David, haven't you continued down this road? Obviously, this one video did really well. You could have made a fortune. This is very much so true, but there's only so much content you can actually generate on e-commerce before just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. I didn't want to be that guy on YouTube that comes back with a different thumbnail, but exactly the same content. I wanted to be able to actually produce good content regardless of the financial reward. Anyway, that's all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some good information out of it that you can take to your channel and help you create better content. If you did, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. And because it's February and we're doing 28 videos in 28 days, I will see you tomorrow.